Hey, let's keep that energy high and bring your next act right up. Guys, make some noise. Local favorite, Dan Brennan.
How's it going, everyone? Good, thanks for coming out. You seen the price of gas? Gas is so cheap, I drove here twice. Strange times, isn't it? Strange times. Markets are in flux. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on. It's terrible, isn't it? I feel like I don't know about you guys. I'm 50 now. I'm completely out of touch with the world. I don't know what's going on, right? I'm trying to get caught up. I'm trying to get caught up on technology. It turns out I'm going to have to skip learning how to use the internet and go straight to AI. Which is, I didn't expect. I have this thing called a day job, and I'm really proud of myself for this. I use the AI all day. You know what I mean? I figured out how to use it. And the real key is a little thing called prompt engineering, right? You have to be like, in my case, you say to it, you are a marketing agency. These are your audiences. This is the tone of voice we'll be using. And then it spits out all the information you need, right? And basically, I've gone from having no understanding of technology to role-playing with the AI. I don't think it'll be long before I'm typing in, I'm a Roman centurion, and once again, you're Princess Leia in that bikini. Yeah. It is strange times, because everything moves so fast now, you can't keep up, can you? What's it going to be like in 20 years to explain to people what life was like? I can imagine myself pulling one of my grandchildren up on my knee and them going, Papa, that's me, I'm Papa. Is it true that cannabis used to be illegal? And I'll be like, yeah, cannabis was illegal for most of my life. And they'll be like, well, the guy who legalized it, he must have been a hero to you. You must have built statues to him. No, fuck, we hated that guy. And my little grandchild will say, why is that? Like, I know. And I'll be like, I guess, sometimes you either die the hero or you live long enough to become the bad guy. And my little grandchild will say, is that from the wisdom of the Batman? And I will say, yes, Alfred, yes, it is. That's how strange things are going to get, people. We'll worship Batman because we'll all just be all right. But anyways, we're going to war with the United States of America. Did you have that on your bingo card? Hey, we're going to war with the largest army, navy, and air force ever assembled, and we were stupid enough to legalize weed. Like, what the fuck? I'll tell you this, though. If it does come to war with the U.S., and it's going to happen, as soon as the tariffs bring all the jobs back, they're going to want to start a war with us. I'll tell you this, Canada's provided me a great life. If I have to spend the next 15 years of my life defending this country, I will do it, because I'm an immigrant to Canada. I was born in Belfast in 1974. I moved here in 1978. Why my parents wanted to leave Belfast in the late 70s, I could never figure out, but here we came. And we didn't move to any place that any God-fearing Irishman had ever heard of, like Toronto or Montreal or Toronto. We moved to Dryden, Ontario. Do you know where Dryden, Ontario is? For those of you who don't know, it's 4 hours northwest of Thunder Bay. It is 4 hours east of Winnipeg. It is the place that the people of Winnipeg threaten to send their children if they're bad, Like, honestly, Dryden was so remote, we thought Thunder Bay was a metropolis. We really did. Like, we looked up to the people of Thunder Bay. I mean, my God, even their lake was superior. Sometimes they groan at that. Sometimes they groan. But we didn't last there long. We moved to a little town outside of this beautiful city called Waterdown, right? You know Waterdown? Yeah. When I moved there in '90, it was just all white people and tractors. There was just white T-shirts, Marlboros in the T-shirt. That was it. Now it's quite diverse. And ethnically diverse, I should say. But I still hang out with some of my friends who never left the little town. And they're rednecks. And by redneck, I do mean racist. But they grow great weed, and life is about compromises, okay? So the other night I was driving around with my buddy, and he was banging on about immigrants destroying Canada. Immigrants are ruining this country. And I said to him, hey man, I feel like I should be offended by that. You know, I'm an immigrant. And you're not gonna believe what he said. He said, it's okay, you're the good kind of immigrant. I thought, really? I'm the gold standard for immigration? I spend most of my working day surfing YouTube. I clip my toenails in the living room, and I fucked his sister back in high school. Like, decided not to tell him that to keep access to the weed. But that's my point, ladies and gentlemen. There's a war coming. There is a war coming, and listen, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be right at the front, whether that be Niagara Falls or Windsor. I am there, all right? And that's gonna be doubly hard on me, because there's gonna be loads of 20-year-olds there, and I don't like the damp, all right? Like, to be honest with you, and there we'll be in the trench, won't we, one night? And they'll all be talking about, you know, what they're fighting for in their high score in Pokemon or some shit, right? But then the sun will go down, and we'll get to Sirius, and people will be talking about, you know, what they're fighting for. You know, one guy will be like, I'm fighting for my parents' farm, my girl back home, and they'll turn to me and they'll be like, hey, Sarge, that's me, I'm Sarge. And they'll be like, what are you fighting for? And I'll get like this really deep, raspy voice, because I'm gonna start smoking if the war breaks out again. I'm smoking, and I'll be like, listen, lads, when you get to my age, you don't run towards things. You run away from them. And we breach those lines tomorrow, you head straight for the headquarters of Visa and MasterCard, and you destroy every fucking record you can find, okay? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That was a lot of fun. You got a lot of great show in front of you. Can we have sexy Ned Flanders back to the stage, please?
Damn, Brennan, keep it going.